Good evening. It is time for Larks baseball once again. Larks and Batcats finishing up the season series tonight here in Great Bend. The Larks come into tonight's contest with a record of 32-9 overall, 24-8 in the Jayhawk League, and your 2018 Jayhawk League champions. Great Bend is 16-24 overall, 10-22 in the Jayhawk League. A little bit of switch up in the lineup tonight as the Larks are just kind of testing some things out with the league crown in the bag. Leading off tonight for Hayes is going to be the left fielder number 3, Cole Solomon. Starting pitcher for Great Bend is Nolan Riley, 7:05. First pitch was ball 1 to Solomon, I believe. Here comes Riley's 1-0. Cole takes, and it's 2-0. Nolan Riley is a freshman from Barton Community College here in Great Bend. Here comes the 2-0. Solomon is way out in front of that one, and he drills it foul out onto the road here to the right of the field. Solomon, the switch hitter, digs in on the left side here against the righty Riley. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Fouled off by Cole, and it's 2-2. Tough loss for Hayes last night in Hayes against Great Bend. They lost 7-4. But Dodge City split the doubleheader against El Dorado, so the Larks, that was enough to clinch the league title. This one is low and away, and the count is full at 3-2. So it was pretty much a given anyway, but the Larks last night clinched their spot in championship week of the NBC World Series. Payoff pitch is fouled off into the Larks dugout over there. We will do it again at 3-2. Here comes the payoff pitch again from Riley to Solomon. He pops it up very high into shallow right field. McNicholas is out now. Reese Johnson's going to make the call and the catch. And there's one away here in the top of the first. Coming to the plate now for the Larks, the designated hitter number 16, Wyatt Divis. He will dig in on the left side as well here to face Riley. Here comes the first pitch to Divis. Ground ball to McNicholas at second. He fields on a backhand and throws him out. 2 away here in the Larks' first inning.
Second baseman, number 9, Daryl Myers.
Daryl Myers will be the hitter here for Hayes, trying to keep the top of the first alive here at Al Burns Field in Great Bend. Myers will be at second tonight, back in the lineup after a few nights off. First pitch to him is outside, ball 1. Here comes the 1-0. Way outside once again from Riley, and Darrell works ahead 2-0. Myers hitting at a .351 clip so far this summer, has 7 home runs, 29 driven in. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Fly ball deep to center. Back goes Blaine Ray, still going towards the track. He settles under it and makes the play, and the side is retired. Nolan Riley works a 1-2-3 top of the first against the Larks. Here at Al Burns Field, we move to the bottom half. Larks 0, Batcats coming to bat.
Meet me down at the ballpark, where I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Larks. All of my friends are gonna be there too. Nothing in the world I'd rather do than grab a hot dog burger and a cold beer. You'll hear me yelling out a big cheer, 'cause whether they win or whether they lose, I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. I can't wait to see a home run. I know for sure there's gonna be one. I'll call out the players by their first name. Sure am glad I made it to the game. Rain or shine, I'm gonna be there. If the stands are full, I'll bring a lawn chair. So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks!
You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
Bottom of the first here in Great Bend. No score. Reese Johnson will lead it off for the Batcats. Making the pitching start tonight for the Larks is number 28, Michael Wong. He comes in with a 4-0 record, sporting a 1.64 ERA on the summer. He will look to get the Larks back in the win column here tonight. Here comes the first pitch from Michael. It is grounded off the glove of Gaddis into left field. That's going to be a leadoff hit, and that's going to be a double to lead off the game. And it is a exact mirror image start from last night, as Johnson led off with a double last night. So the ball was not very hard hit, but off the glove of Gaddis at third and into left field.
Austin McNicholas!
So Austin McNicholas will step in now for Great Bend. A good spot here for the Batcats to start it off. Great Bend in their interesting, to say the least, dual-colored jerseys. Blue in the back, green in front. White letters and numerals with green stripes. White sleeves. Larks in their blue jerseys, camo sleeves. Here comes the first pitch from Michael Wong. Ground ball to Devin Hager at short. He makes the play, throws over to Boston at first in time. They keep Reese Johnson at second base, and there is one out here in the bottom of the first.
Next up for the Batcats will be the catcher and beer batter, number 25, Gavin Johnson.
Coming to the plate now for Great Bend is the catcher, Gavin Johnson.
The inning.
Another lefty here for Great Bend at the top of their order. Wong out of the stretch, gets his sign from Wolverton. Here comes the first pitch. There's a strike to begin the at-bat. Setting the field for the Larks. Wong's on the mound. Scott Wolverton behind the plate. Around the infield, Nick Gaddis makes the start at third. Devin Hager's at short. Daryl Myers at second, and Jacob Boston is at first tonight. Cole Solomon's in left. Matt Munoz in his normal spot in center. And Clayton Raspberry is in right. And it's quickly 0-2 here on Gavin Johnson as Wong looks for out number 2, trying to work around that leadoff double. Here comes the 0-2 from Michael. Fly ball into left. Solomon is there. He makes the play for out number 2 here in the bottom of the first inning.
Next up is the first baseman, number 21, Hunter Romero.
Coming to the plate now for Great Bend, the first baseman tonight, number 21, Hunter Romero. So Michael has done a nice job after giving up that leadoff double of getting the next two men out and not allowing Johnson to advance from second base. He's got a chance to get out of the inning here with no damage. Here comes the first pitch from Wong. Fastball, grounded foul back to the screen. It's 0-1. Michael's ready. Here comes the 0-1 to Romero. Actually, that was off speed. Got Romero to chase out of the strike zone, and it's quickly 0-2 once again, and Wong can get out of the inning here with one more good pitch. Romero steps back in for Great Bend. Wong gets a sign from Wolverton. He's ready. Here comes the 0-2. Off speed in the dirt. A nice block there by Wolverton to save a base and count as 1 ball, 2 strikes here on the first baseman, Romero. He played last night in Hayes. He was 2 for 3. Also was hit by a pitch, struck out. Here comes the 1-2 from Michael Wong. Ground ball to Myers at second. He fields to his right and throws him out at first. And Michael Wong works around a lead-off double to keep the Batcats off the board in the first. We move to inning number 2 here at Al Burns Field. Larks and Batcats are scoreless. Top of the second here in Great Bend. No score between the Larks and the Batcats. Nolan Riley back to the mound for the home team. Clayton Raspberry is going to lead it off. 4, 5, and 6 due up for the Larks. He takes that one inside. It's 1-1. Raspberry, the cleanup hitter tonight, moving up in the lineup. A couple of guys getting the night off. There's no Easton Kirk in the lineup tonight. There's no John Rensel Jr. in the lineup tonight. So a much-needed night off, especially for Rensel, as Raspberry pops that one foul out of play. It's 1-2. Also doing a little bit of experimentation. Got Boston at first. He played first a little bit for Hayes last year, not a whole lot. And also giving Nick Gaddis a chance at third base to see if he can play another infield position. Here comes the 1-2 to Raspberry. Off speed, he fouls it off again to stay alive. Also, a couple guys in some unfamiliar spots in the lineup. Cole Solomon leads it off tonight. Not a usual spot for him in the lineup, and Daryl Myers bats third. Here comes the 1-2 again to Clayton. Fastball outside. The count is even at 2. So I figured we'd see a couple changes, maybe a little bit of a wacky lineup here, especially tonight against Great Bend, and we got it. 2-2 pitch from Riley to Raspberry. Fouled it off again, out of play to the left. Raspberry hitting .295 on the summer. He has 3 home runs, has 26 driven in. 2-2 pitch again to Clayton. Fastball, strike 3 right down the middle. And there's one away here in the top of the second. Coming to the plate now for the Larks, the first baseman, number 18, Jacob Boston. Boston playing in his 16th game of the summer. Hits .293 for the Larks. 13 runs driven in. Here comes the first pitch to Jacob. First righty in the Larks lineup so far tonight. One misses outside for ball 1. Riley out of the windup. Here comes the 1-0 to Boston. Swing and a miss on the low fastball, and the count is even here at 1. Riley gets his sign from Gavin Johnson. Here comes the 1-1 to Boston. Check swing. He takes strike number 2, and he falls behind 1-2. Here comes the 1-2 to Jacob. Off speed. Popped up into shallow center. It's going to be a long run for Blaine Ray. He's going to dive and not get there. It's off his glove. Boston's going to head for second base. The throw is not in time. That's a stand-up one-out double for Jacob Boston here in the second inning. Coming to the plate now for the Larks is the center fielder, number 6, Matt Munoz. And Hayes is going to have a chance to get on the board here in the second inning with a runner in scoring position and 1 out. If the Larks can get just a couple runs from Michael Wong, that might be enough. Michael has been really solid all year long. Mentioned coming in with that 4-0 record. That ball is grounded by Munoz to the second baseman, McNicholas. The throw on to first is in time, and there are 2 away as Boston advances to third base. Michael Wong has given up 7 earned runs on the season in 38 1/3 innings pitched. He has struck out 35 and walked 5. So Wong has been dealing on the bump. So if the Larks can get him just a run or 2 or 3, that might be enough. As Nick Gaddis is the hitter here for Hayes. He swings through the first Riley pitch, and it's 0-1. Go-ahead run early in this one stands at third base in Jacob Boston. Riley's ready. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Checks his swing. It's in there for strike 2. That was a really good pitch there by Riley. A curveball broke away. Not really a whole lot Gaddis could do with that one. Nick Gaddis in his 5th game hits .222 for the Larks. 2 walks, 1 run driven in. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Outside, ball 1. Good take there from Nick. He has 4 hits in 18 plate appearances. Just 1 strikeout. Larks come into tonight hitting .310 as a team, so not a bad batting average. The 1-2 to Nick Gaddis. Swing and a miss. He chases a curve away, and Nolan Riley works around the 1-out double, and he keeps us scoreless as we move to the bottom of inning number 2 here at Al Burns Field in Grape Bend. Bottom of the second here in Great Bend. No score between the Larks and the Batcats. Michael Wong back to the hill for Hayes. 5, 6, and 7 due up for Great Bend. Chris Swanberg's going to lead it off. He grounds the first pitch to Devin Hager at short. He fields and throws. It's a little bit high, but Boston makes the catch. One away on one pitch for Michael Wong here in the bottom of the second. Coming to the plate now for Great Bend is the center fielder, number 14, Blaine Ray. He played last night for Great Bend. He was in left field. He was 1 for 3, singled and scored a run, also walked twice. Actually scored 2 runs. Here comes the first pitch from Wong. It's off speed. It's high. It is 1-0. Here comes the 1-0 from Wong. It's high again as the fastball misses that time, and he falls behind Ray 2-0. Here comes the 2-0 pitch from Michael. Curveball misses inside, and it's 3-0 now on the third baseman, Swanberg. Here comes the pitch. Strike number 1 as Wong gets a fastball across. He didn't just put it right down the middle, but got the outside corner there just to make sure that Swanberg wouldn't be swinging away. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. Inside, ball 4. A 5-pitch walk to Chris Swanberg, and Great Bend, actually, excuse me, Blaine Ray, the hitter, and the Batcats have a 1-out base runner here in the second inning. Coming to the plate now for Great Bend, Andrew Schatz. Wong works out of the stretch. Here comes the first pitch. Fouled straight back. It's 0-1. Michael looking for a ground ball here to potentially get him out of the inning. Checks on Ray at first base. Comes set. He's ready to deliver the 0-1. Swing and a miss from Shots as Michael blows a fastball right by him. It is quickly 0-2 here on the Batcats' designated hitter. 1 runner aboard, 1 out here for Great Bend, bottom of the second inning. Here comes the 0-2 from Wong. Another fastball. This one is low. And Andrew Schatz takes ball 1. Michael's ready again. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Fastball fouled out of play over the road into the cemetery there across the street. And it's still 1-2.
Go see Lumpy for your body damage needs. Please return those balls to the home dugout.
Wong working fairly quickly here in the second. Gives a quick look to Ray at first, and he will throw back to keep him close over there at first base. And he's ready again, the 1-2. Off speed, it's low. Here comes the throw from Wolverton. It's a decent one, a little bit high. No tag there made by Myers. That is a stolen base for Blaine Ray. And Great Bend has a runner in scoring position. Count moves to 2-2 on Andrew Schatz. Here comes the pitch from Wong. Fastball's low. It comes off the chest protector of Wolverton, and that's going to be a wild pitch on Michael Wong, and Ray will move up to third base. The count moves full. Here comes the payoff pitch from Wong. It's fouled off by Schatz, and we'll do it again at 3-2. go-ahead run here early in the second is 90 feet away for Great Bend. Wong's ready, the 3-2 once again. Fastball fouled out of play again, and we will do it for a third time. Michael looking to get that second out here with the runner at third. Here comes another 3-2 pitch. Fouled off again. So Schatz has fouled off a couple tough pitches. He stays alive. We got a good battle here between Michael Wong and Andrew Schatz. Here it comes again from Michael Wong. Strike three called. He got a fastball and he painted it on the inside corner. Down goes Schatz, and there are two away here in the bottom of the second inning.
The shortstop, number 8, Thomas Alexander.
Thomas Alexander will be the hitter here for Great Bend, and it'll be up to him to get that first run in from third, as Michael Wong tries to work another scoreless inning here for Hayes. First pitch, curveball in there for strike one. Here comes the 0-1, little bit low there, and that'll even the count at 1 on Alexander. There's ball 2 from Wong. Michael was at Pima Community College this last season. Just recently, in the last week or so, committed to pitch at University of Texas at Arlington. The Larks have a slew of players from the University of Texas at Arlington or are going there. Cole Solomon's going to be there. Wyatt Divis is going to be there. Michael Wong's going to be there. RJ Williams just finished up there. Here comes the 3-1 off speed, strike 2 on the outside corner. Carlos Tavera was at UT Arlington this last season, so the Larks got about 6 or 7 players from UT Arlington. Here comes the 3-2 pitch to Thomas Alexander. Swing and a miss. He got him on a curveball, and Michael Wong strands a runner at third base and keeps Great Bend off the board. We move to inning number 3 here at Al Burns Field. Larks and Batcats are still scoreless. Top of inning number 3 here in Great Bend. No score between the Larks and the Batcats. Nolan Riley back to the mound for Great Bend. Devin Hager's going to lead it off. Here comes the first pitch of the inning. Devin's going to square to bunt. He fouls it off. It's 0-1. So far, another quick-moving ball game here tonight between the Batcats and the Larks. Last night's game took just 2 hours and 9 minutes. We're cruising along again here tonight. The 0-1 to Hager. It somehow just missed him, and that'll even the count at 1. Here comes the 1-1. Curveball slides away there from Devin. He works ahead of Riley. 2 balls and a strike. Devin started at second base last night. He was 2 for 2 with a walk. Pair of singles. That one is lined into left field. Coming in is Banks, and it gets by him, and that's all the way to the wall. Hager's in around first, and he's going to stop right there at second. That is a leadoff double for the Larks shortstop here in the top of the 3rd. So Hayes is in business, getting just what they want. Their leadoff man is not only on base, but is in scoring position. Coming to the plate now for the Larks, the catcher, number 17, Scott Wolverton. Had a couple nights off. His last game was down in Hayesville. He had an RBI single. Also walked once down there at Vulcan Field. Here comes the first pitch to him. He's going to fly that into right field. That is caught by Reese Johnson. No advance there from Devin Hager, and there is 1 out here in the top of the 3rd. And that'll bring us back to the top of the batting order. Cole Solomon will dig in for the second time. He is 0 for 1, flied out to Johnson and right his first time up. Here comes the first pitch to Cole. Fastball inside, 1-0. Pretty good pitch there from Riley, but just missed a little bit in. Solomon's got a chance to bring in the game's first run. Devin Hager's out at second base with 1 out. Led off the inning with a double. Here comes the 1-0 from Nolan Riley. Solomon lines it foul over there down towards the bullpen in right field. Count is even at 1-1. Riley gets his sign from Gavin Johnson behind the plate. And taking a little bit too long for Cole's liking, he asks for time. It is granted. And we will reset. 1-1 count, 1 out here in the 3rd. And now Johnson and Riley can't get on the same page, so they will have a quick discussion about signs at the mound. So here we go, back to action. Riley agrees on a sign. Here comes the 1-1 to Solomon. He takes a strike. Looked pretty center cut there, and it's 1-2. Top of the 3rd in Dodge City. The A's lead El Dorado 2-0. Not like it matters anymore, but still always nice to hear from the rest of the Jayhawk League. The 1-2 is outside, 2-2, and that is a good point actually here from the press box. It does matter to Dodge and Liberal. They are still fighting. They are within a game of each other, and second place finisher also gets a spot in championship week in Wichita. So Dodge and Liberal still a lot to play for coming down the stretch. Here comes the 2-2 to Solomon. Off speed. That one stays a little bit high, and the count is full. Last I saw from Liberal, the Derby Twins led the BJs in the 3rd inning 6-0. Here comes the payoff pitch to Cole Solomon, and he flies that one to right field. That one is well hit towards the gap. That one is caught by the center fielder, Blaine Ray, and I don't know why Devin didn't tag from second. That was well hit from Solomon all the way to the warning track in the deepest part of the ballpark, but Devin won't tag, and he'll stay at second base. There are 2 outs here in the 3rd inning. Last couple of nights, Cole he's been making some really good contact, just hasn't really been rewarded with hits, but he's been hitting the ball well here the last few nights. That'll bring Wyatt Divis back to the plate now for the Larks. Here comes the first pitch from Ray. In there for strike 1, off speed, caught the inside corner. Wyatt will dig back in on the left side. Here comes the 0-1 from Riley. Off speed again, grounded to the first baseman, Romero. He fields and steps on the bag. And the Larks strand a lead-off double. Devin Hager never advances past second base. We move to the bottom of inning number 3 here at Al Burns Field in Great Bend. Larks and Batcats are still scoreless.
Meet me down at the ballpark, where I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. All of my friends are gonna be there too. Nothing in the world I'd rather do than grab a hot dog burger and a cold beer. You'll hear me yelling out a big cheer, 'cause whether they win or whether they lose.
Bottom of the 3rd here in Great Bend. Michael Wong back to the mound for the Larks. 9-1-2 due up for the Batcats. McKay Banks is going to lead it off. He takes strike number 1, and a little bit of conversation here between Roger Ward and the home plate umpire, I think, on whether he went or not. I wasn't fully paying attention, so I'm not actually sure what happened there. I was messing on my computer. Curveball from Wong is in there. It's quickly 0-2. Michael looking to get the leadoff man out here in the bottom of the 3rd. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Off speed again, fouled off by Banks, and he'll do it again at 0-2. Here comes the 0-2 again from Michael. Fastball, got him swinging, 1 down in the bottom of the 3rd. Strikeout number 3 for Michael Wong, and that is 3 in a row. Top of the batting order, due up for Great Bend, Reese Johnson back to the plate. He is 1 for 1. He led off the game with a double. It wasn't a very hard hit double, but it counts the same. So he'll dig back in from the left side. Here comes the first pitch from Wong. Strike number 1. He is the only hit of the night so far for the Batcats. And that is one thing that Great Bend does not want to do, is let Michael Wong settle in on the mound. Here comes the 0-1, swing and a miss. It's quickly 0-2, and Wong is working quickly and efficiently here in the 3rd. Here comes the 0-2 pitch to Reese Johnson. wastes one outside, tried to get him to chase. Johnson thought about it, but he takes ball one. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. That one is low, and that'll even the count here on the right fielder at 2. Wong out of the windup, delivers the 2-2, got that toe tap working as usual. Swing and a miss, down he goes. 4 straight strikeouts for Michael Wong, and we had 2 outs here in the 3rd inning.
2 outs to the 2-bagger. Number 2.
Austin McNicholas digs in here once again for Great Bend. He's 0 for 1, grounded out to Devin Hager at short, his first time up. McNicholas had a pair of hits last night. He saw the ball well in Hayes against Muniz. Here comes the first pitch of the AB from Michael Wong. It's a fastball, and it misses outside 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. That one is flied out to center. Back goes Munoz, still ranging back. He makes the play short of the warning track, and that will retire the side. So Michael Wong works a 1-2-3 bottom of the 3rd, striking out 2 in the frame. We move to inning number 4 here at Al Burns Field in Great Bend. Larks and Batcats still scoreless.
I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. I can't wait to see a home run. I know for sure there's gonna be one. I'll call out the players by their first name. Sure am glad I made it to the game. Rain or shine, I'm gonna be there. If the stands are full, I'll bring a lawn chair. So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks. So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks.
You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
Top of inning number 4 here in Great Bend, no score. Larks and Batcats. Nolan Riley back to the mound. He'll deliver to the 3, 4, and 5 Larks hitters. Daryl Myers will get it started. He takes a curveball for strike 1, and we're underway here in inning number 4. Here comes the 0-1, fouled off by Daryl. It's 0-2.
You were born.
Here comes the 0-2 to Myers. Outside, ball 1, a waste pitch there from Riley. Does not get a chase. And Darryl will see another pitch here. Trying to get the leadoff man on again here for the Larks. Didn't work out for him in the 3rd, but it's never a bad thing to have that leadoff man on base. Here comes the 1-2. Myers is going to ground it to Romero at first base. He will step on the bag, 1 away here in the top of inning number 4. Clayton Raspberry to the plate now for the Larks. He is 0 for 1, struck out in his first AB in the 2nd inning. He'll dig back in on the left side. Here comes the first pitch from Nolan Riley. Off speed, drops in for a strike. Here comes the 0-1. Fastball Outside corner, strike 2. So Clayton falls behind 0-2 very quickly here on Riley. Gonna have to battle. Here comes the pitch. Inside and a little bit up. That's ball 1. 1-2 up and away. Count is even now on Clayton Raspberry. Here comes the 2-2. That one is blooped over Swanberg at third into left field. That is a single for Clayton Raspberry, and he's aboard with 1 out here in the 4th inning.
The first baseman, number 18, Jacob Boston.
Jacob Boston to the plate now for the Larks. He's 1 for 1. He doubled back in the 2nd inning. First pitch to Jacob is low for ball 1. Here comes the 1-0 to Boston. High, ball 2.
Find a kid, here you go.
Boston digs back in. He's up 2-0 here on Nolan Riley. Raspberry's on first after his bloop single. 1 out, top 4. Here comes the pitch. Inside, ball 3. And the Larks might have something working here against Nolan Riley. Matt Munoz to the plate, or will be to the plate here after Boston. He's on deck for Hayes. Riley's going to check on Raspberry. He's back safely. There's a strike from Riley. And again, Riley's going to check on Raspberry. Swing and a miss. Count is now full here on Boston. Payoff pitch fouled off by Boston. Count is still full. Payoff pitch from Boston again. There goes Raspberry once again, and it's fouled off. Strike 3 called, and they come all the way back on Boston for out number 2. Matt Munoz to the plate now for the Larks. 2 outs, still runner on first base. Inside, ball 1 on Munoz. He is 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first AB. Matt. Popped him up to the left. That one is out of play. Strike number 1.
Oh! Almost got the dog. You get the dog. Beware of dog. The dog beware. Hey, 1 and done. Here you go, 1-1.
Riley gets his sign. He checks on the runner, Raspberry at first. Here comes the 1-1 to Munoz. There goes Raspberry. It was a hit and run. He swings and misses at a ball outside, and Clayton is safe at second. That is a stolen base for Raspberry. So most definitely a hit and run there as Munoz flailed at a fastball that was well out of the zone, and he's behind at 1-2. But could get a run in with a base hit. Riley gets his sign. Here comes the 1-2 to Matt Munoz. Off speed, fouled off just in front of the Great Bend dugout. We'll do it again at 1-2 strikes. And time is called here before the pitch by Munoz. Here comes the 1-2. Curveball got away from Riley, missed up and away, and the count is now even here on Matt, 2-2. 2-2 pitch to Munoz. Fastball popped up. It's backing out of play, and we'll do it again. Pretty good AB here from Matt. Trying to find one he can put into the outfield and give the Larks a 4th inning lead here in Great Bend.
And if you need to go to the bathroom, those are available and unlocked at this time. Thank you.
No, thank you.
So that one went in your car's direction. Scared the pee out of you.
Working hard. Don't have to go now.
Here comes the 2-2 once again to Matt Munoz.
It's unlocked.
Swing and a miss. They're going to have to throw down to get the strikeout. They do, and that is the inning. So the Larks strand another at second base. We move to the bottom of inning number 4 here at Al Burns Field. No score between the Larks and the Batcats.
Tonight's game is being brought.
Bottom of inning number 4 here at Al Burns Field. No score. Larks and Batcats in a pitcher's duel. Michael Wong back to the mound. Gavin Johnson's going to lead it off. First pitch in there for strike number 1. Still, the leadoff hitter, Reese Johnson, is the only hit of the night for Great Bend. Here comes the 0-1 from Michael. That one's fouled off to the left, and it's quickly 0-2.
Foul sponsored by Down Body Shop. Go see Lumpy for those body damage needs. Please return those balls to the home dugout.
So Wong working very quickly here as tries to retire the first man of the inning. Pitches up and out. For ball one, tried to get a chase there from Johnson, could not.
Somebody with your stats.
1-2, fouled straight back. Pretty good swing there by Johnson. We'll do it again at 1-2. Here it comes again from Wong. Off speed, just inside, and that'll even the count here at 2. Johnson is 0 for 1. He flied out to Solomon and left his first time up back in the first. 1 hit and 1 walk allowed by Wong so far tonight, and that is it. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Ground ball to Myers at second. He takes it on a weird hop off the grass, but he adjusts and throws him out at first. 1 away. That'll bring Hunter Romero back to the plate now for the Batcats.
Number 21, Hunter Romero.
He is 0 for 1 as well, grounded out to Myers at second, his first time up. So once again, Wong retires the leadoff man. He sets himself up nicely here for the rest of the inning. First pitch, low and outside, ball 1. That one is lined into the gap in left center. That's going to be all the way to the wall. Romero rounds first. He is going to be in at second base. That's a 1-out double for the Batcats first baseman here in the bottom of the 4th.
The Romero double brings up third baseman, number 6, Chris Swanberg.
Chris Swanberg to the plate now for Great Bend. And now the Batcats have the first run of the inning in scoring position at second with just 1 out here in the 4th. Chris Swanberg to the plate. He's 0 for 1, a ground out victim as well. Back in the second inning, here comes the first pitch from Michael Wong. Inside, corner, strike 1. Wong gets a sign from Wolverton. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, quickly 0-2. Swanberg digs back in on the left side. Wong's ready, the 0-2. Inside, Swanberg's able to check his swing, and it's ball 1. Here comes the 1-2 pitch from Michael. That one's back up the middle on the ground. Myers fields behind the bag, throws on the run. A nice throw from Darryl Myers in time to get Chris Swanberg 2 away here in the 4th as Romero moves up 90 feet to third base.
Next up, the center fielder, number 14, Blaine Ray.
Blaine Ray to the plate here for Great Bend. He is 0 for 0. He was walked his first time up, also stole a base. He has been the farthest of any Great Bend base runner so far. I guess now Romero's at third, but Ray was stranded at third the last time he was on. First pitch from Wong is low and away for ball one. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Fastball misses up, 2-0, and Michael falls behind. That one is grounded up the middle into center field. That is an RBI single for Blaine Ray. And Great Bend strikes first. It's 1-0 here in the bottom of inning number 4.
The RBI single will bring up the designated hitter, number 33, Andrew Schatz.
Andrew Schatz to the plate now for the Batcats. He'll dig in on the right side as Great Bend finally gets to Wong here in inning number 4. First pitch coming. Fly ball right field. That one is foul. And it is 0-1. That one is outside. Ball one, and it'll even the count. Top of the 5th in Dodge. 2-0 A's still leading the El Dorado Broncos. Bottom of the 3rd. Actually, top of the 4th in Liberal as the runner goes. A good throw from Wolverton. They got him at second, and that is how the inning will end. So Scott Wolverton throws out a would-be base stealer, but Great Bend takes the lead. They grab the game's first run on an RBI single by Blaine Ray. We move to inning number 5 here at Al Burns Field. Larks trail the Batcats. It is 1-0. Top of the 5th inning here in Great Bend. Larks trail the Batcats 1-0. Bottom 3rd of the order due up for Hayes. Nick Gaddis is going to lead it off here against Nolan Riley. First pitch of the inning misses for ball 1. Here comes the 1-0 to Gaddis. Upstairs, ball 2. Riley out of the windup, the 2-0 to Gaddis. He takes up and out, ball 3. And Riley is in danger of putting the leadoff man aboard here for the Larks in the 5th. Here comes the 3-0. Inside, ball 4. Nick Gaddis takes a 4-pitch walk to begin the 5th, and the Larks have their leadoff man aboard. So that'll bring Devin Hager to the plate now for Hayes, as Nick Gaddis takes his base at first. Devin is 1 for 1. He doubled his first time up to left center field, a ball that got by McKay Banks and rolled all the way to the warning track. So Devin will dig in on the right side. Well, haven't watched every game this year so far. I would think that Coach Leo is probably going to give Devin the bunt sign here in the 5th. We will see. And he does, and he pops it up, but it will drop harmlessly in front of the Larks dugout. It is 0-1. So you learn tendencies by watching games, and that's kind of how it's been the last couple weeks. Larks play that small ball. If they get a runner on, especially to lead off an inning, they are content with getting him over and trying to play for just a run or two. And I asked a question earlier in between innings if the Barton County pitchers still had their 80-pitch limit, and we might get our question answered here in the 5th, as there is a man warming fairly quickly for Great Bend in the bullpen. So this will probably happen for the 3rd time for the Batcats against the Larks. They've had 3 Barton County pitchers throw against Hayes, and they have all thrown well, and they have gotten pulled. And as soon as they've gotten pulled, Hayes has slaughtered the bullpen, and it's gotten away from him. So after a throw over to first base to check on Gaddis, here comes the 0-1 to Hager. Squares to bunt again. He gets it down. This one dies in the grass. That's a pretty good bunt by Devin Hager. It gets the job done, and Gaddis is over at second base on the sac bunt by Devin Hager. One away here in the 5th.
Catcher number 17, Scott Wolverton.
Scott Wolverton to the plate now for the Larks. Has a chance to tie this game up here in the 5th inning. He hit the ball fairly well his first time up, took it to the opposite field. He flied out to Reese Johnson in right.
I somehow registered did this.
Wolverton has 7 runs driven in on the season. Nolan Riley is ready. Here comes the first pitch. Off speed, misses away. 1-0. Top of the order, due up next for the Larks. Cole Solomon waits on deck. Here comes the 1-0. Swing and a miss from Wolverton. That'll leave in the count at 1.
Ready, Reese? You're right, though. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. Our live stream will be... Ready, Hunter?
Live stream may not last very much longer.
Damn.
Get this iPad charged up.
Here comes the 1-1 to Wolverton. That one is low, just above the dirt. 2 balls and a strike now to the Larks catcher. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Outside corner, strike 2. That was a good pitch by Riley. Not really anything Wolverton could have even done with that one had he swung. So we'll have to battle 2-2 count, 1 out here in the 5th. Tying run at second base for the Larks. Nick Gaddis, he walked to start the inning and was bunted to second. Here comes the 2-2 to Wolverton. Wolverton into left field. That is a base hit, and they are going to hold. And the ball gets by McKay Banks. And Nick Gaddis is going to come around to score and tie the ball game. So that is an error on the left fielder, McKay Banks, and that is how the Larks are going to get their first run of the night. Wolverton credited with a single, and he is on second base because of that E7. So no RBI, but the Larks tie the game here in the 5th inning. Cole Solomon to the plate now for the Larks. The go-ahead run now in scoring position. Here comes the first pitch. Solomon takes a fastball high. It's 1-0. Here comes the 1-0 to Cole. He swings this time at a high fastball, and the count is even at 1. Solomon is 0 for 2, a couple flyouts, one to right, one to center. Both of which have been fairly well hit, though. That one, his last time up, was very well hit into the gap in right center all the way to the warning track. Here comes the 1-1 from Riley, fouled off out of the glove of Johnson, and Cole falls behind 1 and 2. Wyatt Divis waits on deck here for Hayes. Go ahead run. Scott Wolverton in scoring position at second base. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. A curveball gets Solomon chasing, and there are 2 away here in the 5th inning. So that'll bring Wyatt Divis to the plate now for the Larks.
Number 16, Wyatt Divis.
Keep it right here.
Divis is 0 for 2, a couple groundouts to the right side of the infield so far tonight. First pitch to him from Riley is inside, ball 1. Larks looking for the lead here in the top of the 5th. Michael Wong has thrown well tonight. Offense trying to give him a lead. 1-0 to Divis, and it hits him in the right hip. And Wyatt is aboard with 2 outs. That'll put runners on first and second for the Larks. Daryl Myers to the plate now for Hayes. Myers also a lefty. He is 0 for 2 tonight. A fly out to center, a ground out to the first baseman. So his first hit of the night could give the Larks their first lead. Here comes the first pitch from Riley. In there for strike 1 on the outside corner. Riley's ready. Here comes the 0-1 to Myers. Darryl fouls it off, and it's quickly 0-2. I don't know where that hit. I might have hit the knob of the bat. See, really, he didn't even go at all. Just barely moved the bat off his left shoulder, but it hit the knob, and unfortunately, it's 0-2. So Riley trying to work through 5 here and keep this game tied. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Myers fouls off the fastball and stays alive.
Foul sponsored by the Down Body Shop. See Lumpy for your body damage needs. Please return those balls to the home dugout.
So still 0-2 on the Larks' second baseman. Scott Wolverton at second. Wyatt Divis at first. 1-1 ball game, top of inning 5. Here comes the pitch to Myers. Another fastball. This one will miss low and away, ball 1. Here comes the 1-2. Off speed, strike 3 called, outside corner. Riley gets Myers looking, and that is the inning. But the Larks are level here in the 5th thanks to a single by Scott Wolverton and an error on the same play. We move to the bottom of inning number 5 here at Al Burns Field. Larks and Batcats tied once again, this time at 1.
You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
Hayes Larks. All of my friends are gonna be there too. Nothing in the world I'd rather do than grab a hot dog burger and a cold beer. You'll hear me yelling out a big cheer, 'cause whether they win or whether they lose, I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. I can't wait to see a home run. I know for sure there's gonna be one. I'll call out the players by their first name. Sure am glad I made it to the game. Rain or shine, I'm gonna be there. If the stands are full, I'll bring a lawn chair. So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks!
Bottom of inning number 5 here in Great Bend, 1-1 game. Andrew Schatz is going to lead it off against Michael Wong. 7, 8, 9 due up for the Batcats. He fouls the first pitch off. It's 0-1. So Wong and Riley have both been really good tonight. Just one run between the two of them. Actually, a piece, I should say. Here comes the 0-1. That one is blooped into center. In comes Munoz. He makes the play. One away here in the bottom of inning number 5. Thomas Alexander to the plate now for Great Bend.
Next up, the shortstop, number 8, Thomas Alexander.
So Michael Wong got the first man of the inning out last inning, but Great Bend was able to put a double and a single together down the stretch in that inning, and they were able to bring a run across. So we'll see if Michael can prevent that from happening here again. Here comes the first pitch to Alexander. Fastball flied out to right. In comes Raspberry. He makes the play. 2 outs here in the 5th.
Left fielder, number 3, McKay Banks.
So Michael Wong has 2 outs on 3 pitches here in the 5th inning. McKay Banks to the plate now for the Batcats, and I would think he will be taking at least 1 pitch. We will see. Here comes the first pitch from Michael Wong. He does take. It's in there for strike 1. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and missed, and it's very quickly 0-2 on Banks. That one is popped foul. It's out of play. And we'll do it again at 0-2. Here from Michael Wong to McKay Banks. Swing and a miss. Down goes Banks. Michael Wong needs just 7 pitches to retire the Batcats here in the bottom of the 5th. We move right along into the 6th inning tonight at Al Burns Field in Great Bend. Larks and Batcats still tied at 1.
Hayes Larks. All of my friends are gonna be there too. Nothing in the world I'd rather do than grab a hot dog burger and a cold beer. You'll hear me yelling out a big cheer, 'cause whether they win or whether they lose, I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. I can't wait to see a home run. I know for sure there's gonna be one. I'll call out the players by their first name. Sure am glad I made it to the game. Rain or shine, I'm gonna be there. If the stands are full, I'll bring a lawn chair. So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks!
You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
Top of inning number 6 here in Great Bend, 1-1 between the Larks and the Batcats. And my question from the last inning was answered. Barton County pitching still in their 80 pitch limit, as Nolan Riley is replaced by number 16 Derek Anderson, and this is where the trouble has began for Great Bend against Hayes this season. And we might be heading forward again as Raspberry singles into center field on the first pitch of the inning. So Derek Anderson's a new pitcher. He's a righty from Regis University out in Colorado, originally from Gilbert, Arizona. Middle of the Larks order will greet him here in the 6th inning. Jacob Boston, the hitter now for Hayes. Here comes the first pitch from Anderson. Strike one on the outside corner. Anderson's ready, the 0-1 to Boston. That one is a little bit low. Counts even at 1-1. Jacob is 1 for 2. Here comes the 1-1. Off speed, he's going to fly that one into the gap in right center. Ray and Johnson are over. It's going to be Blaine Ray that makes the catch, one away here in inning number 6. Now to bring Matt Munoz to the plate now for the Larks.
Number 6, Matt Munoz.
Munoz is 0 for 2 so far tonight, a ground out and a strikeout. Here comes the first pitch from Derek Anderson. Up and out, ball 1. It's the two-seam fastball ran away from Matt. And this fastball dives low and in, so 2 balls and no strikes here to the Larks center fielder. Swing and a miss from Munoz, and it's 2-1. Munoz digs back in on the left side. Here comes the 2-1 pitch from Anderson. That one is lined into right field, a base hit. Raspberry's going to round second. He's going to be on his way to third. Here comes the throw. It is a good one. It hits Raspberry, and that is going to allow Munoz to take second. He is out at second base. So the throw that hit Raspberry allowed him to take third, but Munoz tried to get greedy and take second base, and he is out. So there are 2 away. That will still be a single for Matt, but he is out trying to take an extra base.
I think the person that's probably maddest is his batter, Nick Gaddis.
And Nick Gaddis will be the hitter now for Hayes. He's got a chance to give the Larks their first lead of the night here in the 6th inning. Here comes the first pitch from Anderson. Curveball slides away from Nick. It's 1-0. Gaddis is 0 for 1, a walk and a strikeout. He did score the only Larks run so far tonight. Here comes the 1-0. Gaddis takes a fastball low. It's 2-0. Devin Hager's on deck if Nick can get aboard. Here comes the 2-0 pitch to Nick Gaddis. Outside, way outside, and it is 3-0. Raspberry at third, 2 away here in the Larks' 6th. Good ball game tonight in Great Bend, 1-1. And the 3-0 is low. That is a 4-pitch walk once again to Nick Gaddis. And now the Larks have runners on the corners here in the 6th inning with 2 outs. And that will bring head coach Roger Ward out to visit with Derek Anderson and the rest of the Batcat infield here in the 6th inning, with Devin Hager coming to the plate for the Larks. So Devin Hager to the plate here with 2 outs after the mound visit. Here comes the first pitch from Anderson. Off. So it reconnected, so they should be able to get the stream again.
Sorry about that.
1-1 pitch here to Hager. He lines it into center field. In comes Blaine Ray. He makes the catch, and that is the inning. So the Larks strand a pair in scoring position here in inning number 6. We move to the bottom half in Great Bend. Larks and Batcats still tied at 1.